Hey Veggie Bays, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are making a roasted kale and sweet potato bowl. I was gonna call it a salad, honestly, but because I'm heating it up, is it still considered a salad? Like, do you guys take a warm salad? Is a warm salad a fine thing to do? So regardless, I have sweet potatoes. 2 of them because I'm not sure if I want more or less. Of course, kale. We're gonna also top it off with some red quinoa. In our bowl, we're also going to have some petite cherry tomatoes, some garlic. Where's my onion? An onion. When I find it. I found it. Found the onion. It was behind the counter. Okay, as you can see, I've cut up my sweet potatoes, my cherry tomatoes, a bit of garlic, some onion. I didn't feel like you guys needed to see the cutting process, but hey, if you guys actually like the cutting process and actually want to see me cut, let me know in the comments. I'll make sure all of my future videos will have and show me doing the cutting process for you. Now, I'm going to add kale. Just go crazy with the kale because just like spinach, kale does shrink down when cooked. Not as much as how to season. You're going to start with pouring olive oil all over everything, honestly. Take your olive oil and just pour a real generous amount onto it. The reason why you do olive oil first and not your seasonings is because you want your vegetables and actually any item that you're planning to cook with, you want that saturated with oil first so that the seasonings can actually cook. Dang it. So that the seasonings can actually get onto the vegetables and stay there. Because if you're just throwing something on anything dry, right now I'm just trying to mix everything up, honestly. If you're ever trying to put oil or put seasoning on something dry, the seasoning isn't probably going to stay as much as you want it. You want the oil first, then your seasoning, so when it's in the oven, the oil can actually cook with the seasoning on the food. You know, see, doesn't that make sense? So yes, let's just mix all of this up together. Okay, so now it's time to add the seasonings. All right, salt first. I still gotta mix all this up. This is a natural sea salt, by the way. Sea salt. I'm using some onion powder. Actually, this is the last of my onion powder. Oh, great. Some garlic powder. And don't trip about the amount that I'm using right now because I'm actually going to add more when I actually put it on the baking sheet. And of course, pepper. And now, mix all this up. Okay, so I mixed all of this together. And now we can put this, I hope this baking sheet is actually enough. We're about to find out. Just toss it all on there. Yeah, I'm gonna need another baking sheet. I can already tell. Spread it out. Look at this deliciousness that's about to be fire. It looks like a salad, honestly, but have you ever had it roasted? That what makes it special. We're gonna put the rest of this on a second baking sheet. Luckily I have one. I just need to put foil on it. But yeah, so another tip, guys, you don't want to, like, I don't want to put this whole bowl on this baking sheet. Even though it seems like it could fit, you do not want to overcrowd the food on the baking sheet because then certain items will not cook evenly as the others. So please do not overcrowd your vegetables. You know, I might put a little bit more in this section just because I can spread this out just like that. You guys can see this, but yes, do not overcrowd your vegetables or your baking sheet because you want everything to cook evenly. Right now I have the oven preheated at 400 degrees, and so once I get this second baking sheet filled to capacity with this, then I'll pop everything in the oven. Okay guys, I was able to fit it onto 2 baking sheets. Now I'm gonna pop it in the oven for about, let's say 40 minutes. So 400 degrees, 40 minutes. Let's get it popping. Okay, so while that's in the oven, while that's in the oven, I'm going to show you guys how to make the red quinoa. So I believe red quinoa is the only item I'm going to use for this dish that I'm actually going to measure out, because it comes out better when the measurements are right. When you have your quinoa and a good ratio of water, it just works out, okay? So I'm going to use 2 cups of red quinoa. Here's my cup. You're going to pour it into this strainer, and I'm going to rinse off the quinoa and throw it in the pot. So, red. This is like a workout. Oh wait. Okay. I'm making a mess, aren't I? Alright, let me go. Actually, 1 cup should do. I'm just gonna do 1 cup. Let's stick with 1 cup. I rinsed off my quinoa. As you can see, this strainer is so dope. I don't know where I got this from, but this strainer is amazing. Alright, pour it in my pot. I'm really making a mess here. And 2 cups of water. 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water. Throw it in the pot. So I'm gonna let this boil. When it's finished boiling, I'll turn down the heat, let it simmer for a bit. So quinoa is meant to be fluffy. Kind of like rice, but not really like rice. I'll show you guys the texture when it's done cooking. Okay. This is the finished product, guys. Look what I told you about this kale. I told you it's all scrawny. I had to do 2 sheets. This side is even scrawnier. But I also finished doing the quinoa as well. So this is how the quinoa looks. All fluffy and thick. All right. So let's toss all of this into a bowl, and I'll show you the end result. This is the roasted vegetables. This is what they look like at the end of being, remember how huge it was earlier? See, look at it. And this is the quinoa and all its fluffiness and glory. So just add this to a mixture. I guess I really didn't need a whole cup. And mix it together. The final result. Yes, quinoa, sweet potato, kale, cherry tomatoes, onion, garlic, all mixed together in a healthy, totally awesome, fulfilling dish. Alright, so I figured might as well eat on camera, you know, show you guys what it actually tastes like. Wait. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this food. Thank you for the hands that made this food. And dear Lord, please make this nourishing for my body. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's good. Look at this. Look at these morsels. My friends are surrounding me right now and they're eating it too. It's fire.
It's good. It is good, guys.